because we are the table. Without my seed, you can't have any kids, drizzle, drizzle.
You seem a little late to the party, but I can understand why you weren't invited. Actually, women were informed just this very week that the organization and the coalition for LGBTQIA plus men, apparently they have volunteered. They have volunteered to become the providers of seed. So yeah, I mean, it looks like we're not going to be sitting at your table, and all the gay men, well, they volunteered to provide seed. So they had a few, requirements of us, but we are more than happy to meet them. Turkey basters will just replace you, and vibrators will do the things you've never been able to do.
Because we are the table.
The guy said, y'all want to start this 4B? She said, look, the LGBT guys, they're going to provide us with that.
I never thought of that. I never thought of that.
It's genius, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't think of that. I didn't think, well, shoot, well, hey, then the problem is solved. You don't have to worry about heterosexual men. Just get a gay guy and see if a gay guy wants to have a child, and then you guys go do what you got to do.
Again, if you are this unborn fetus, or just use your imagination. Are you raising your hand to be brought into the world under these circumstances?
Yeah, but under what circumstances? You got two parents. You got a mother and a father who are not fighting in a relationship.
Have at it.
But that's what I was saying.
But they're not fighting in a relationship. They get along. They coexist. And there's a good father and there's a good mother.
No, that's not true. That's not. They said a hetero homosexual guy. He ain't going. He just giving. He ain't sticking around. He ain't
sticking around.
Here's the thing. Once they
go
into this,
she just got done talking about the damn turkey basting bastards. I mean, where we at?
Saying that's a possibility. It's a possibility right there.
But who's raising their hand to be put in that turkey baster?
Like that's we want a productive mother and a productive father, regardless of whether they married or not. Are you saying it's got to be marriage? It doesn't have to be marriage. It has to be two adults working together to raise a good child. Now, if you decide to be a gay guy and she decides to be a single female and they decide to have a child, they will co-parent and exist.
You may just leave that up. It will co-parent and it will be awesome, and it'll be the best thing since sliced bread.
But why would they need to fight like they were a couple? They won't need to fight.
Hold on. HQ. I absolutely would decline, and I don't decline nothing you say. I absolutely do not agree with having a child by a whatever they want to call themselves, because then you put your child in that situation.
Come on, Tierney.
Hold on. You bring your child in that situation.
In what situation?
In that situation.
Don't think nothing through, bro. They don't think it through. Can I say one thing?
You think it's better to be in a polygamous relationship than it is to be in a male and a female relationship raising a productive child?
You got to think.
Do you think a gay person is different from a person that's not gay?
Yeah, you got to think about the cases that Crystal says she has. And you damn sure don't want your child in those type of situations, because they will be in them parties or seeing the inappropriateness going on. A man is not trying to raise a family with you. He's going to take that baby from you, go to the courts, try to prove him that he's the better parent, and now you got your child in that whole situation.
Well, you have that same situation with a man. So what's your point?
You
I want to let it. Kobe, go after Tierney. Go ahead, Tierney.
Okay. Yeah, you could, but this is why I was saying about this 4B movement. It seems like there is something that is trying to pull us apart. And if this is real, if what this woman is saying is real about those, that's dangerous. That's just really dangerous.
There we go, Tierney. Bless you, Tierney. Come on now. Stay on the Tierney. Stay on this side of logic. It's beautiful. Tierney.
I don't see the danger.
Tierney, you got that glow, look at logic. Come on, Tierney.
You have normal everyday gay people. I don't see the danger in that.
No. I want to say I wanted to you wanted to say something first. I know Gavin told you to go first.
Yeah, let him go real get in there.
This is what this includes all my videos. that white lady that was up there, she's over 30. This is why you don't start your life with a woman who's over 30. I'm not saying don't date them, don't chill with them, but you don't start your life with a woman like that. They're not thinking things through. It only feels good. It doesn't make any sense. And another thing, ladies, understand this. It doesn't matter who's right or wrong. It matters. Only thing that matters is who has the biggest gun. Okay? Y'all talking about equality, who's right, who's wrong. Whoever's got the biggest gun runs everything. So keep
right.
that.
So if I got an AK-47, I'm blasting it.
Okay, whoever has the biggest gun, and somebody's got a bigger gun than the AK-47, trust me.
Tell me what it is, a bazooka?
That's who makes decisions. But I'm just saying, she made a perfect example. They just sat up there and said, it's not an LGBT thing. It's not an LGBT thing. It is.
Listen, some of it.
See, it's really a beard.
Some of it is, and some of it isn't.
No childbearing and no casual sex. That's shots fired right there.
No, casual sex shouldn't be happening, period. It shouldn't be happening, period. If you're not in a relationship as a woman, especially if you're not on birth control, it is a risk out
in
here.
In a perfect world.
Whatever. But it needs to be the standard again. At one point in our history, it was a standard that you did not have with a man you weren't in a relationship with. That you weren't in a relationship with, and we need to make that a standard again. Now, with that being said, this is funny how now all of a sudden everybody quiet. Every race of woman was better than Black American women, but now you got the white women speaking out, and now everybody quiet. You got the Asian women speaking out, and now everybody quiet. The thing about all of this is we need to do something to get things on track so that we don't have children in broken homes that are unhealthy. And it's healthy for a child to have their biological parents. I agree with that. And that's the issue I see with this, because I feel like that regardless, I always see when I meet foster children and things like that, they always have a yearning for their biological parents. But once again, the happiness of the parent, specifically their biological mother, is what's really going to determine this child's outcome and how they'll become. Am I with all of this and mix matching and putting men down and all that? No, but at the same time, I'm also not against people who are gay. If people want to do what they want to do with their lives, that is their business.
Miss Crystal, is a 2 men and 2 women a family?
Or 2 men and 2 women a family? What do you mean?
Excuse me. If it's 2 women that live together, lesbians, like that a family?
With a child? That's what this, yes.
Either or. It's
yes.
a family. 2 women and children are family. They don't need masculine energy. They don't need to have masculine femininity. They just
no. I'm not saying that they don't have. I think the problem with that is a child not knowing their biological father. That's where I think the issue comes in. So that's where the problem comes in a lot of the times. But ultimately, I'm not against gay people.
No, it's not. I'm against. I'm just saying it's like when if you're over 35, you know this gay stuff is really fairly new. We didn't come up like this.
Being gay is not new. Being out,
but it was in the closet when I was coming up.
Right.
See what I'm saying? All this acceptance of we accept this stuff, but we don't accept polygamy.
Well, first off, I already said that whatever people need to do to be healthy and take care of themselves is fine. If the woman agrees to polygamy, do what you're gonna do. But
the more I understand you. You're more, you know what I'm saying? You're more reasonable than I thought you were, but go ahead.
I appreciate that. But yeah, I think whatever you need to do to make yourself happy, but ultimately I think where my issue comes in, like always, is you can do whatever you want. If you got a crazy, overly masculine woman or a super feminine man, or whatever the case may be in a heterosexual situation, it's not going to work. You got unhealed people, hate people with a lot of hate in their heart. It's not going to work. I think as individuals, we need to just work on ourselves. I'm not saying we should be plastering and projecting all of this, all of these different things on our children, all the X that's in the media, just saying that automatically when you feel weird at 13, you must want to be a man. Like, we need to stop pushing this. If people embrace that, that's one thing later on, but pushing it to me is a problem.
The most healthy relationship is between a man and a woman and their family. But today's society does not have that as the standard.
Who taught us that? Who taught us that?
But
who taught us that?
This is just society that has taught us this.
Who taught us?
Every person has woke. Most people have woken up and wanted to be married at some particular point.
Years ago,
but it doesn't matter who taught us this. It is the way it is. It is the way society goes. So I'm saying that's the ideal way. Great, fine.
Well, who taught us that? Who taught us that?
I don't know who taught us that. We're all socialized for that. You were socialized for that. What do you mean? I mean, that's the basic of what we all want, of what most people want. Most people want to be married and have a family. Sure. Whether it's two men, two women, a man or a woman, ideal situation is what it is. But now we live in a society where we have men and men, women and women. Now, my take is marry whoever makes you happy, regardless of whether that's two men or two women.
All right.
The life is just too short to be worried about what other.
Listen, all right, we don't approve that message, but listen, I'm gonna let Lil Day get in here real quick. I'm gonna let Lil Day get in here, and I want to pull this final video up. What you got, sister?
Okay, so I was gonna say because I remember earlier y'all was asking me what would I say to people that are younger about our teenage pregnancies and stuff like that. So I just feel like, why don't we just go back to lying to kids? Because we tell them, we talk about Santa Claus, we talk about the Easter Bunny, and we talk about, true, would you wait?
As soon as she start talking, the baby wants to.
He be getting jealous, man.
That's how the kids are. They know when you're doing something.
So, like I was saying, we be no, you gonna wait. No, you going to wait.
See, I'd rather be at work than stay at home with you. What y'all need? Rather be at work.
Oh, Tyranny, you don't want to be at home with your kids?
Hell no, girl, please.
Why don't we go back to lying to kids? Because we talk about a man named Santa Claus that comes in the house and brings us presents. Like, I feel like with my kid, I will literally tell him, like, don't sleep with women. Your peen will fall off. Like, don't do it. Like, I'll just lie to him for a little bit because, it just, growing up, you get told these stories that put you in a situation where, like, my auntie, she used to tell us scary stories to keep us in the house. She'll tell us, like, there's this man named J-Man. He's outside. He stands under, like, the street lights. He carry, like, knives and stuff. Don't go outside. We be terrified. We be terrified. So that's what I was saying.
Fear, I hear you, but fear, like when they talk about bring shame back again, scare the kids. Fear first off, I'm not trying to leave gender out of it, but I'm gonna say fear in general is not a good base for that. I get what you're saying, but eventually this is the age of technology. They're going to find out that this isn't the case, or they're going to want to rebel, or they're going to want to see for themselves, or mama was lying about that. So I get it, but telling him his pain will fall off. I think it's better to tell him, like, hey, STDs are real out here, son.
Almost I do feel like, as he get older, I'll actually have real conversations and actually talk to him about things. I feel like, I don't know. It's like when my parents did me, like, I don't know. My mom, she used to just tell me, like, you don't want to be out here how I am now, a single mother. Or she'll be telling me, like, you don't want to rely on a man or have to fall back on another man to take care of you and stuff like that.
But see, and Lil Day, with that being said, and I appreciate your transparency and just being honest with us.
Yeah.
But this is my mentality on, do we need rules, regulation, structure? I think fathers do a great job of turning that emotion off and putting things in place, most definitely. And women actually need to adopt more of those characteristics within their mothering, because we nurture a little too much and coddle a little too much. But also, my main point is that it's love that we really need and time with our children. That's the most important thing, and letting your child see you healthy at this point and in a good mood and doing those things necessary. So you got this, like you have your mom and dad, like you said, but I think, like you said, the main thing that stuck out to me was that they were there but they weren't there. And it reminds me of how we talk about the dead mother in psychology. Like, a mama can beat her, but if she drunk on the couch or emotionally unconnected to her child and doesn't care, it has the same effect of not having a mother at all. So as long as you're showering with that love, but also listening to your dad with them standards and, no, he's a boy, he can't quit. you know, stuff like that, I think you'll be on point. I think you'll be on point.